Hey everybody, Wolfie here. Back at the cabin, of course, and everything's going pretty good. Pretty decent weather. It's a little chilly, but starting work on this week, or well, probably a couple week project. Building my the first of 2 wood sheds. First of 3 sheds total. If I can get around here, the end of the wall here is going to be wood storage as well. That's woodshed number 2. It's not really a shed, it's kind of an add-on to the end of the wall. This is the starts to the first actual woodshed. So I'm going to spin the camera around here and show you what I've got done. Yeah. It's been a long morning. Okay, so these boards are irrelevant with the exception of this log across the front. This will be the size of it. 4 foot by 8 foot for the floor plan, the area. There's a good view of it. I've got these boards in here. The 2 regular boards and the 4x4 are what I use to level the footings for it. I've got flat rock footings. We went up to the mountain and got a trailer loaded with nice flat surfaced rocks. We got a bunch of them dug in the 4 corners. I've got most of the stuff along the back. I've got a nice size one at that end. Still got to fill in some little gaps in the back and get this end done. It'll be an open front woodshed. The reason that log is relevant to the build is because I've got 2 of them. They've been aging for about 2 years. They should be good and dry. They're going to be my front corner posts. But I got this area all dug up, raked out, and leveled. Packed back down solid. Poured rain all night long back here, so yeah, with the night of rain, it packed in pretty good. But yeah, that's been today so far, is getting the load of rock and getting everything in place. Get the rocks so they're level, so the shed sits nice and square. Everything measured out. We got 4 foot by 8 foot woodshed. Thinking about a 5 foot back wall. 6.5 foot for the front. Should work out pretty good. I've got skids and a couple half sheets of plywood to use. Plywood's for the roof, of course. I've got lots of these shorter 2x4s and stuff I can use to help with my framing. Got some longer lumber over on the pile if I need it. See, lots of little ones. But yeah, this is this week's project so far. So, but I think I'm done for now until I make a trip out to the road to start hauling in supplies. That's going to take me a few days. This definitely isn't going to be an afternoon job, but we've got to start on it. Well, day 2 of getting ready to build the woodshed. Haven't had to do anything to the spot, but well, I've got all my stone in place now for it. So. But made another trip out to the road, which wasn't an easy one, but brought in a couple more 4x4s, 3 more of these skids, and a whole crap load more 2x4s. The 2x4s are they range anywhere from like about 2.5 feet to 5 feet. Brought in a half dozen or so of the longer like five-ish foot ones. Yeah, 3 more of these skids. These are pretty heavy duty skids. And heavy, just plain heavy. But trailer held up good. Sure looks like hell, but mud pits are pretty messy right now. So yeah, I think I've got everything in here now to actually start construction. So, any luck, that's what the next clips are going to be, is the start of the actual construction of this thing. I couldn't put it off till tomorrow. Got the back wall up. Got it fairly solid passing together. This will be the height of the back wall. It's about right around the 5-foot mark. As you can see, my cuts weren't like really perfectly straight when I cut these in half. What these were is each set of 2 of these was one long skid that kayaks came into the store on. Alex just tried to trip me. And then I cut them each in half. I marked them, but it don't really matter for this purpose. Oh, yeah, there's technically 1.5 skids. So 3 of my 5-footers by 32 inch. Got these 2, 1 for each end wall. And then I'm going to build, on these I'm going to put like a triangle shaped piece in the top to make it the slope for the roof. Got my plywood for the roofing. And then, yeah, we got to start. It's going to take me a few days. I don't know if I have enough screws here to finish the whole build. Harley's going to grab some more. She'll be here on the weekend. I think her and Paul are both coming in on the weekend. Paul and her can help me with getting the roof on. 'Cause yeah, that's going to be a treat. I'm not going to be able to lift that up like that. It took quite a bit to stand this wall up. So I'm on a good break before I start these end walls. Walls are up. Okay, so we're into the next day here. Day 3, I guess, of the build. I've got the 4x4s in place. Got 2x4 runner on the side of each side wall, and started getting the roof assembled. I won't be able to put this up without Harley and Paul here, so it's just gonna get built and sit and wait. But what we've got is these end cross pieces, like end pieces. There's 8 foot between them. We got 41 inches from the front of the wall to the back. Got the 2 bigger sheets of plywood at the ends. Got the smaller one in the center. As you can see, there's a small gap there. I'm gonna have to cut a small piece that I can fit in here for that. Oh, it's getting there. Everything's put together solid except for the 2 end pieces. I don't got them screwed into place yet. Thinking one more cross piece halfway down the length of each of these, the 2 bigger sheets of plywood. Should be good. So, getting there slowly. Still got lots of daytime left here, so let's see what we can get done. Got to do some more work on the top edges there that the roof will rest on at the ends. So we're getting there. Still lots of lumber to play with. So too bad. Now what I did is I used the 2 tarps, 6 foot by 8 foot tarps, and I went right ballistic with the staple gun. Pulled everything nice and tight. It's going to, the tarps, that one's a little rough. It's pretty old actually. This one ain't too much better. But used a couple of my older tarps. They're gonna kind of work like a vapor barrier, but not so much. Seeing I don't want it sealed airtight type thing. I just want some protection from the weather. I put a bunch more staples in or something. Do something about that where that hole is. But this is where she's sitting so far. 3 days of work, not too bad. It's ready for the roof and the floor. Harley's gonna and Paul are gonna help with that. I think I already mentioned that on the weekend. I've got set up the roof set up so it'll just drop right down over top of that, and then the framework on the roof, I can run screws through it into the framework for the walls, like the posts, corner posts and that, and along the back. It's getting there. But yeah, I want to actually put like plywood walls on the, or some kind of boards, like maybe a board and batten or something. I don't know. I want to close in the outside, like so it's actually solid, not just tarps. And I'm not sure at all what I'm doing so far in regards to the front. Maybe just put another tarp across, like a curtain type thing, to keep the weather off the wood when it's really crappy and through the winter. But this should hold a full cord of wood. We've got 8 foot length inside dimensions by 3 foot, which I know a full cord is 8 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot. Well, the walls, if this thing's filled right up, that's another 1 foot by 3 foot on the top. So it'll kind of hold a cord of wood. Not too shabby. Looking at most of a cord of wood, I guess. Not, we won't call it a full cord, but, or I might call it a full cord at some point, but for the record, it's not going to be not quite a full cord. It fits inside this woodshed. And I guess for the most part, other than some touch-up work with some more staples, I've used 3/4 of a box of staples, fasten that tarp in place. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I think it looks good. So, made a decision for the woodshed here. I'm going to build the frame, a couple little frame pieces, and I'm going to extend the front out 18 inches. That way it's guaranteed to hold over a full cord of wood. So got to get to work on that. Got some cutting to do and stuff like that. Oh, work never ends. I'm also going to have to dig out in front of my stones here, about this far out, and put another stone in at each end. So that's not a real big job. Gonna have to go find a couple good flat stones. Still got lots of them around. Don't know where I could ever find them. Like, oh, the whole place is stone. Okay, gotta get to work. Okay, framework's done. Well, sort of. The basic framework's done. This 2x4 here will get moved out to here as the front edge of the roof. A few more cross pieces maybe. But yeah, that gives me That gives me 4.5 feet inside by 90 inches, so 7'6". So 7.5 foot by 4.5 foot. And my height, 5 foot minus 4 inches. So we'll call it 4.5 feet tall. More than enough for a full cord of wood once it's done. Oh, it's been a long morning already. Okay, so I've got sides all closed in now. Had to resort to a hammer and nails for some of it, but went out to the road today and got another load of stuff, and happened to notice I had a bunch of the planks from on the skids here. These things, the little cross pieces like this. So that filled in some of the gaps in the new little wall sections. So yeah. Oh, it's 4.5 foot by 4.5 foot by 7.5 foot inside. So 5 foot on the outside for the depth and 8 foot across the back. 6 foot at the peak. 5 foot at the back wall, 5.5 at the front. It's coming along pretty good. Harley's supposed to be here within the next hour, I guess, or she should be here. Her and Paul are gonna help me put the big roof on, and then I've got to work away at the little roof, which I'm sure they'll help with as well. And I've got part of my load today was them 2 skids over there. They're going to be for the floor in here to keep the wood up off the dirt. It's coming along pretty good. Okay, so got the help here, and we got the roof on. Got it fastened in. Up there good and solid. We've started with our, I don't know, what the hell do you call them? Rafters, I guess they are.
Trusses or...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Our little 2x4s to hold the front half of the roof. Me and Paul got them cut up, and we got our plywood and chipboard stuff all sized. So far so good. And Harley's the perfect fit for the woodshed. So guess who has to haul all the wood from now on?
And who gets a mattress in the woodshed?
It's my bedroom.
Harley, Ellie thought I was building her a doghouse when I put it on. She was all happy.
She's like, oh my goodness.
But yeah, we're getting there. We got the walls. The walls are perfect except for the fact we still got to do the outer surface of them. But we've got the door situation figured out. We just can't do it right away. And we're going to have a really nice little roof here. Good solid roof. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more little 2x4s to put in place. We'll have to cut a couple extras. So far so good. Getting close. Almost time to start putting wood in it. And here we have the skid floor coming in.
Are we putting them this way or the other way?
The way Paul's is. Except he's starting at the wrong end.
What do you mean?
This end.
Oh, alright.
Put this one in.
There we have it. Yeah, these skids got that cardboard crap on the corners. So.
Yeah. After some wood not on them for a little while, they'll settle.
Yeah, the cardboard itself will rot off of it. So.
Yeah.
Stones.
Are you putting stones in them to hold them?
Nope.
You want them underneath or?
Nope.
You happy with that?
That works. Just got to keep the wood up off the ground. That's the purpose of the skids.
Okay.
And yeah, just that tiny little gap down this side, so it's not a big deal. So there we go. We actually now have, well, with the exception we haven't put any type of doors on it and no outer surface to it, we have a finished usable woodshed.
Yep.
So you want to put the first bunch of wood in it?
Damn right I do. Paul, can I throw them at you? You're hilarious.
There we go, the first wood in the woodshed. That's one of them POS blocks. Okay, shed's built. What do you think, Harley?
I like it.
What do you think? Oh yeah, drop the phone. What do you think, Paul?
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, shed's built. All done for now. Like I said, we just gotta do the doors. Paul's actually going to look into a couple of the thermal tarps. Like a couple sections of it for us to use for the doors. Then gotta figure out the outer surface. I'm still thinking something like fence boards so it looks like an old barn. And other than that, steel for the roof. But we have a woodshed with wood in it. And we even got a storage spot at the end for our axes. Alex, stop that. Dog's being a pain in the ass. Yeah, we're all set. Lots of storage space now. Room for a full cord of wood in here. Okay, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Everyone have a great day, and we'll talk to you all soon. Oh, damn dogs. Well, there we have it. We've got tarp over the roof. It's stapled in underneath the back edge, wrapped over top. It'll work as our sort of temporary door and roof cover. All done. This is the cabin's first real woodshed. Now to fill it all up.